Alright, I've got the Hatsan Gladius. Unlike most Hatsans, you get quite a ping from the resonance created in the air cylinder from the hammer hitting the exhaust valve. So the cheap option to get rid of that is to fit a baby bottle brush, and that's what I've got here. That particular one cost £2. You can probably get them cheaper. That was from Wilco. So what I'll be doing, I'll be cutting it down there and there, inserting it into the cylinder, and hopefully you'll see the difference. I've done this before on a Hatsan Gladius and that worked quite well. You basically hear it mainly because your ear is on the stock, so you can hear the ping better. You can't hear it so much from in front of the rifle, but obviously if you can reduce the sound anyway, that's going to make a difference. So we'll get on with the process. What I need to do first is move the air cylinder and then bleed it with the bleed valve, take off the exhaust end of the cylinder and insert the brush. So we'll get on with that now. What we will do first, we'll do a test how it sounds now, and then we'll do a test of how it sounds after it's been fitted. So just cop the action. Let's see if you can hear the ping. Yep, I think you might have heard that. Okay. Right, so now we'll start the process. So the first thing to do is get the bottle brush out of the packet. Got some pliers to cut it down. That'll fatigue. Don't need that big lump on the end, I don't think. So get a grip of that. Just make sure that's gripped together. We don't want all the loose bits on the top. That's all, basically all you need. What I can do there, just get that, bend it around like that, and then when you come to take it out, shove it in that way, and you get an Allen key or another piece of thing to pull it out again. That's all you need. So that is your cheap option. You can spend £8 and then postage on the depinger, which works just as well, or this is a cheap option. If you fit a regulator, that does the same job, and that'll be a job probably another year down the line yet, to make sure you get all the loose any loose bits up. That's okay now, nothing else coming out. Just make sure the ends tighten up with your pliers so nothing can come out. So that's the depinger. So the next job is to undo the air cylinder, which basically unscrews, and you can do that when it's full of air on this one. So you just unscrew that. Quite big air cylinders on these. So that's the air cylinder off. what needs to be taken off now is that bit. But before we can do that, what we do, we've got to bleed it. If you look on the actual, it's about 3/4 full of air, so you must make sure it's empty. Don't just take the end off, otherwise it'll be quite a big bang. That's if you could get it off. So screw the valve, air release valve on. And using the Allen key provided, gradually screw it in. Now that's where the air is going to come out of, so face it away from you. Right, and I can feel resistance now, so it's on that valve stem. You can hear the air coming out. In fact, you can probably see it. Let's see it blowing, but it's definitely coming out. All the way in, and nothing else coming out, so you can unscrew that in there. So that's made it safe. Just look at the end of the gauge and it is empty. So if you look on the actual end of the exhaust valve of the cylinder, you'll see two flat edges. You can get a spanner on that to undo it, and that's what we'll be doing next. Okay, got a little adjustable spanner here which I'll use on it. Make sure it's tightened up. The hell is on that? Looks like a thread lock or something. Or, oh, that's an old seal. Holy shit, no wonder it was hard to get off. So that needs cleaning up. Look at the state of that. Quite cruddy. So I'll clean that up, and I'll put the bottle brush in. Alright, I've got some silicone spray to clean up the alright, shitty mess. Not very clean. Don't know what's been done to this, but it's been done at a factory, whatever it is. In fact, I might get a new seal for that, because that don't look too clever. And the packs come with spare seals, so slightly different. I think that'll be the one. It's too small. So that's a new ceiling. Still see all that crud in there now. Right, there's the bottle brush. So we do shove that in. And based on what I've done before, it's about an inch in front of this. Like I said, they don't need to be really tight. That's enough. So that can now go back on the rifle. Stand tight. Next thing, got to fill it up with air again. Okay, so I'll fill it up to 200 volt. Look at that. It's now topped up to 200 bar. See if you can hear a difference. A bit better than it was. There you go. cheap way of putting a deep pinger in.